Hey everybody, it's the Hey Poopy Podcast with
Dave
and Ellen, two curious people who are
removing the stigma from your stinker.
Yes,
because it
we
needs
are.
to be removed.
Well, yeah, because as we're learning on this podcast, we're laughing a lot, but we're also learning that we need to make our buttholes a little bit more normalized because there's so many problems people have, and let's just talk about them and help people with their problems.
Let's get it out all in the open. All in the open.
Yes.
And we have an amazing show for you today. We have the world-renowned magician, musician, all-around cool guy, Cardone, on the show today.
Yes.
And it was epic. He delivered.
He totally did, and was introduced to us by Dubini, who's also a magician. Oh my God, magician, not musician. Those two words are going to be a tongue twister for me.
Say those two things 3 times fast.
Anyway, he was like, yeah, I got so many shit stories. I'm ready to come on. And he was in the world famous Toilet Boys band, who we have had 2 Toilet Boys on this show, Sean being one of the first ones. If you've seen that cartoon, he was epic. And then Cardone. And so maybe we need to have all the Toilet Boys on.
I think so. I mean, Cardone was actually featured. He had a little cameo in Sean's cartoon.
Yeah.
There's a part in there. So if you want to see that Easter egg, go check that out. But Cardone delivered. That guy, I mean, he told a really funny story flying back from Japan, and that involved, which we basically said it kind of looked like stucco.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Lordy.
so just if you want to hear about some stucco on an airplane, listen to this episode because you won't be disappointed.
Yes.
It is great.
And he also offered a contest for everybody to have one of these Bristol stool charts. So if you guys want to retweet the episode or repost it in any way, Twitter or Instagram, we will put you in the contest to win this Bristol stool chart.
Yeah.
We will also post.
It was created by the great folks at Goblinko Mega Mall. I think it's called Goblinko Mega Mall. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that, guys, but we've bought a bunch of stuff from them. We actually have this poster ourselves here at the Hey Poopy Podcast. It is hilarious, and you'll love it.
Yeah, Cardone is good friends with him, and I think he needs to also be on the podcast in the future.
Yeah, we're putting that out into the universe, but for sure.
Yes.
And it's a great funny thing. I think you'll love it, and you should get on that.
Our list of future guests is getting so long that we don't have enough time for it. I mean, we need this podcast to become more popular so we could have like 2 episodes a week, because we had just person after person wanting to be on the show with these epic shit stories, and we just don't have enough time for it.
Yeah, I mean, people at home can't see how the sausage is made, but there's a lot of ingredients that go into this, and yeah, we're booked pretty solid coming up.
Yeah,
so we have some great guests coming up in the future.
We're being very picky and choosy about it, which I think is even funnier.
Yeah, apparently.
How did we get here on this shit show?
I don't know.
But do you want to know who some of our future guests are? There's only one place to find that, and that's on our Patreon, where you can ask them questions directly. We post a week before we interview them, the future guests. So Are you on our Patreon? You should be.
You definitely should be. You can get awesome, cool merch stuff, just like exclusives. I mean, look, Patreon is the way to go. So if you want to support the show, you want to support us, do the right thing and become a Patreon member. Or if you don't want to do that, that's cool. But you can also leave a review. You can rate us. You can subscribe. I mean, there's so many things you can do to help us out and help this show.
And for free. And you can leave a review like this fantastic one that was left by This Is Captain Over. Title of the review is Poop is Universal, 5 stars. If anything could bring the people and animals of the world together as one, it's poop stories. I thought this would be a one-note show, but they really dive into a bunch of topics having to do with culture, health, and science. And all the funny stories really run the gambit from comedy to horror. Horror.
That's true.
Sweet hosts, too. They know how to take the taboo out of the topic we can all relate to. Thank you. This is Captain Over.
All right, Captain Over. Thanks a lot for that one.
Yeah.
That's a good AKA name, by the way, Captain Over. good, also known as.
But if you want us to read one of your reviews, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. I think there's other ways to leave reviews on other podcasts, but I can't find them.
Yeah, look, everybody out there, they know, look, it's technology. This is the age of technology. You'll find a way to get to us. I mean, you could leave an email. You could email us and leave us a review that way, too. And
or even call us on the hotline.
Yeah, 203-998-5579 or heypoopypodcast@gmail.com. Either one of those two things, we will get to your review and read it.
Leave a review, we'll play it, or leave us a shit story, or just even a fart sound. Yeah. We'll do it.
Yeah. And a little late in this, but we did have the results of our shitty choices from Laura Allen's episode a couple episodes ago. And the two choices were spend a full day with poop in your pants, or hearing your parents have sex for 2 full minutes.
Ooh.
And the results were pretty resound. It was a 71% for hearing your parents have sex for 2 minutes, and 29% with full day of poop in your pants. So,
yep, I would agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, no one wants to walk around. I mean, like 2 minutes of hearing your parents have sex is 2 minutes of just pure hell, but you know, you're clean. You're not covered in complete shit.
Yeah.
So,
your ears might be dirty.
Yeah.
But the rest of you will be clean.
We'll have more shitty choices out there for you to listen to, and, you know, you can submit your answer. We'll find a way to get it. We'll
or do you have a shitty choice for us?
Do you have a suggestion? You know, we're willing to pop it on there.
I posted a poll about would you do an anal COVID swab the other day, and surprisingly, a lot of people said yes.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that nasal swab sucks. So you know how bad could it be in your ass? I mean, they were doing it in China.
Yeah,
you're flying over there.
Do I really need to pull my pants down for some stranger to see if I have COVID? I don't know.
I mean, you know, look, they have all your information. What's one more hole they got to go through?
I don't know. We're trying to take the stigma out of your stinker over here, but I'm all about, like, you know, keeping my stinker out of the hands of others.
If your stinker wants to be out there, let into the world, let it fly. As I say.
Not mine. My stinker is for me and my partner only.
I'm probably
occasionally Dr. Fong.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go with nasal, but you know, who knows? Sometimes you want to like mix it up, spice it up in life.
Ugh. Let's just hope it's not like a nose to ass kind of situation.
Oh no, God, that'd be awful.
Ass to nose.
Ass to nose. That's probably. I'm sure it's a porn thing now.
No.
I'm sure you could probably Google it on Pornhub.
Terrible.
But while you're doing that, looking at anal swab porn, you can also listen to this amazing episode with the great Cardone, and please enjoy.
Future Method is a new type of sex care that focuses on science and the whole body wellness.
Founded by Dr. Evan Goldstein, leading anal surgeon and frequent guest and friend of ours here at the Hey Poopy Podcast.
The Future Method Butt and Body Soothing Cream restores skin to a perfect balance for a great feeling. It's residue-free and quick drying so that you don't need to fear swamp ass.
Proper post-play care keeps the area happy, healthy, and ready for more. Future Method has your ass covered.
Doctor-led Future Method products are designed to promote whole body sexual awareness. It's what they call the science of sex.
For our lucky listeners, FutureMethod.com is offering 15% off your next purchase. Just use the code HeyPoopy at checkout. Restrictions apply.
We all want to feel fresh and clean after going number 2, but using wipes, even so-called flushable ones, can cause major clogging issues. Introducing Qleanse. That's Qleanse with a Q.
which transforms your ordinary toilet paper into a truly flushable and eco-friendly wipe.
This cleansing foam is the perfect partner for your toilet paper at home or out on the go.
Visit Qleanse.com. That's Qleanse.com to get yours today.
Listeners can use the code HeyPoopy for 15% off your first order. Try Qleanse for yourself and discover a better way to wipe clean.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
I'm just, trying to find a place with like-minded people to talk about like-minded things about me, about poop and stuff.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
Oh man, what's this right here? Is this a podcast about poop?
And now, the Hey Poopy Podcast with Dave and Ellen.
Yes, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back.
Hey everybody, this is the Hey Poopy Podcast with
Dave?
and Ellen, and this is episode 122.
Yeah, 22.
Double deuce.
Double deuce up in this.
But it'll always be number 2 to us. Remember our double deuce party Dave,
Yeah.
2 years ago?
We added another 100 onto that, which is insane.
What? How? I mean, I was just talking to Jason Weicker the other day about how he left us that amazing review 2 years ago, and he was like, "It's been 2 years," and I was like,
Yeah, a long
where
time.
the fuck has the time gone?" But we have an amazing guest today too, Adam Cardone,
Yes.
What's up?
Rockaway's own.
who's our second toilet boy, a magician, and maybe more.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you had Sean on it.
Yeah.
We did.
I didn't hear his. I'm afraid to listen to it. Good Lord.
We changed one of his stories into a cartoon. It was that epic.
Oh, I did see it. I
Yeah,
saw
and
it.
you were in the cartoon.
Yeah, I mean,
You
the guy
were?
Yeah.
saw it. He sent it to me. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
Yes. I loved it.
That was I love he was
on
great.
tour with that guy.
Yeah, yeah.
You probably have more stories of him that he doesn't even remember.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many. That's the whole wow. Whoa.
I love it.
Wild
without-
times.
Without his consent, we don't want to get him in trouble, but
Yeah.
yes.
Excellent.
But Cardone, before we go into who you are, we like to go into how you poo. How have you been pooping recently?
Well, on the Bristol stool chart, I am definitely a type 4.
Sure.
I'm good. I have a good diet.
Nice.
According to this, it's called the smooth criminal,
Yep.
which is a really great way to describe it.
Except for it's
Yeah.
kind of the opposite of criminality. It's kind of perfection.
Yeah, it is. It's perfect. But I got to add one little layer to this. I have arthritis, and I take a pill called not Go Blinko. That's the name of the company that made the poster.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Well, hey, shout out to Sean Auberg. No, it's Wellia serrata, okay? Which is literally doctors are given this now for arthritis. It's frankincense.
Oh.
Interesting.
Now, when you take it, it really does help inflammation. But if you burp a bit, you can kind of taste a little bit of that church incense taste.
Yeah,
It's kind of crazy. So when you go to the bathroom, wow, you gotta be kidding me. It's like it doesn't smell like normal shite anymore. It's got another layer to it. So
Interesting.
I don't know.
It's like you have
Whatever
your own
that's worth.
built-in poopery to your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't smell great. I mean,
Oh,
it's not
Still
like
smells
it
like
helps.
shit.
It smells like shit. And the whole going regular, I'm definitely regular these days.
How
Excellent.
many times a day?
It's actually 2, maybe 3.
Oh.
yeah, it's me.
I go a couple times. I go twice, maybe.
That's like me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I think for sure.
That's what it should be.
I feel like if I don't go more than twice, something's wrong. You
Well,
know,
it
like,
is.
Yeah.
It is something wrong.
I'm kind of
I
like-
mean,
like it's not my usual style.
yeah, I mean, this stool chart here, which I'm holding up, they can't see.
Before we started recording, we will post it. You offered a giveaway.
Yeah,
We can give
we're going
one
to do a
of these.
giveaway.
Yeah. By the good folks of Go
How do you do
Blinko.
giveaways? How
Yeah.
do you do a contesty, whatever? We can do that.
We'll give it to the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll still have photos. It's a great,
We'll
it's a
figure
great
it out.
illustrated Bristol stool chart by the
It
great
is.
folks at
He is great
Qleanse.
art, and he really captured this one. I mean,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. Yeah. So, when you ask that question to most people, what is it? Regular? Is it pretty common?
It's kind of all
Or
over
is
the
it not
place.
common?
People are kind of all over the place.
Because I mean, it's diet. I mean, it's all diet. And I'm a meat eater. I don't eat a lot of meat. I've cut back a bit over the years. But when I was a vegetarian, I did the veggie thing for a bit. For a good 10 years, I just ate veggies. And I remember it seemed like it was easier to go to the bathroom.
Right.
It
Well,
seemed like it.
For sure. Like if you're a heavy meat eater, I think that definitely fucks up your how you go.
Yeah.
Like for sure.
I think it depends on the person because my partner is a heavy meat eater. He eats meat with every fucking meal, and he
okay?
shits serious. He's very, very regular, shitting at
I
least
think you might be
twice.
right. I mean,
Yeah.
some people
It
do have
depends on
diets where
yeah.
Well, also could be
Yeah.
also could be quality of the shit too. You know, it could be the quality of the shit. I mean, but I think it's good that he's going a lot because I know for some people, like friends of mine that are serious meat eaters, they go to the bath. It's like so irregular. You know what I
Once
mean?
a
Like,
week?
yeah, like no, but it's like kind of not maybe that, but it's like crazy. It's like twice a week, which is 3 times. That's like to me, that's insane.
That's
but
terrible.
yeah,
that means
Yeah.
all the bad stuff's soaking into your body.
oh yeah,
That's what it means when you go that infrequently.
yeah.
Your
Yeah.
your
Just rotting.
toxins are just woo.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's when you get closer to all the cancers, especially colon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ellen, how are your poops been?
Well, I mean, I should almost let you go first because I have kind of an epic.
Oh, you know what? You did tease this to me the other day when we talked. So I forgot. Yes, I'll go first and let my lovely co-host go last. I went to the bathroom twice today, right before this podcast and this morning.
Nice.
And, but mine are never like 4s though. Mine are like in the 5 looser range, 5, 6
Interesting.
depending. Like, and they usually get inconsistent like as the day goes on.
Smelly
So-
seaweed on the chart.
Yeah, smelly seaweed. But yeah, I go a lot. I go like 2 to 3 times a day, like
Yeah,
pretty regularly,
totally
and it's
healthy.
always in the morning. Usually,
Are you a meat eater?
I'm a meat eater. Yeah, I'm omnivore.
Okay.
But I was the same with you. I didn't for a long time. I was a vegetarian for about 10 years as well. I didn't
Yeah,
eat
I
fish,
get it.
chicken, nothing, none of that stuff. And although I would say my diet was probably more of a carbitarian, I ate like way more. I mean, I did eat veggies and everything. I felt like it was more like potato-y.
Carbitarian.
Yeah, that's what my friend used to call it. Like I just ate like it wasn't.
Well, that's
meat.
like when I meet vegans and they're fat. I'm like, that guy eats bread all day.
Well, it's like you definitely like
that
what I mean.
guy's eating potato chips and bread.
And ironically, now I eat like way more veggies than I used to. Like I don't eat. I mean, I eat meat, but I don't eat meat that much. It's like it's not a regular thing. So, I mean, especially red meat. But it's usually like more. I have veggies with everything, so that definitely helps with like, especially kale. Kale scrubs the shit out of me, like literally. So
I don't
we
eat
eat
enough
that-
of that.
we eat a lot of that. Oh my god,
I should eat more kale.
it rips through me. So if you want to go, just eat some kale.
Interesting.
What's
I do
like
eat a lot
on
of
the
figs.
chart, on the chart where you said, what is it, smelly seaweed?
Yeah,
What
five.
kale turns into.
Yeah,
Yeah, smelly seaweed.
yeah. That's what I was.
I've seen the bowl after eating some kale that was like not digested all the way, and it just looks like seaweed
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
floating on the top.
Yeah.
Looks like you're surfing, brown surfing. So Ellen, let's hear about this epic check-in.
I want to preface this with I took an allergy pill today that's making me feel like I have the worst ADHD.
Ooh,
so
that does it. Yeah.
yeah, but my allergies aren't bothering me for the first time today in weeks. So if I get a little cuckoo today, I'm warning you all.
Okay.
Thanks to allergy medicine. So you had a photo shoot yesterday in the Prospect Park, and so I thankfully took a pretty decent Bristol 4, not huge, not like one of my to write home with before the shoot, but I was like, you know what, bitch, bring some baby wipes because knowing you're gonna shit behind a tree
Yeah.
in Prospect Park.
It's happened.
Let's just be honest. So I got there, we did the shoot. It was like gorgeous in the park. These tiny little yellow flowers, and the model was like, "Oh my gosh, this is beautiful." I know this area where like nobody's there, and so it's like girls can get naked and it's fine. And so I surprisingly only had to pee, and then we tried to find a place to get lunch, and we walked past like this ice cream place, and I am not lactose intolerant. But we ate lunch, which had a lot of like cheese in the salad. And I turned around and I was like, you know what? I want a pistachio ice cream. I deserve a little tweet at the end. So I had the smallest cup of pistachio. And the minute I was done eating it, it was like the prairie dog was poking.
Ooh, no good.
And I was literally like, and I live, and I live on the opposite side of Brooklyn. I'm in Greenpoint, which is the most northwest corner of Brooklyn. And this is like rush hour. And there's no place for me to shit because I'm literally right next to Prospect Park as the poo is like knocking on my heaven's door from the inside out. And I just was like, I think you're going to be okay. Like, just get in your car, drive home. We can do this. The entire drive home, I was like squeaking out a couple farts that were a little questionable.
A little wet.
But they had to go. It was like holding them in was almost too painful.
Right.
But I was just able to squeak them past the turd that was like very questionable.
In between.
Yeah. It was like someone on the side of a building kind of sliding off the edge of the ledge. Like
Exactly.
In between, literally waiting.
Yeah.
So I park my car, and you know that mind-body connection that the minute your mind is like, well, you're close enough to home. This is going to happen. As soon as I parked my car, my asshole was like, yep, you've got 30 seconds to make it into your apartment or you will shit your pants. And I was like,
You're like,
all right,
please,
you
not.
got this. Walk as fast as you can. And as we know from Matt Holtzclaw's fantastic meta cartoon, you can't walk fast when you're about to shit your pants.
No.
Right.
It's more of a tight, you're squeezing your butt cheeks together and you're waddling. You're waddling as quickly as you can waddle. And because it was a gorgeous day out yesterday, everybody was outside of their apartment, which means every single one of my neighbors, because I'm on my block where I live, are all hanging out. And I was like, I'm going to shit my pants in front of all of these people who know where I live. They know my face. And I'm waddling, and I can like literally, I feel
It's coming
like
out.
whoopie pieing myself.
Ugh.
Like the poo has left the butthole, but has not left the butt cheeks. You know, it's like literally.
It's just about to leave the station.
Yes,
It's like
well, it's left the station, but it hasn't. You know, it's at the edge of the tunnel.
right.
So I'm like, oh my God, get this done. And I've talked about it before. I have a crackhead who lives in my building, and I walk into the double doors into my building, and there's the crackhead, and I'm like, you fucking. And I just like gave him this look like, if you're the thing that makes me shit my pants, I'm literally gonna lose it. So I get to my apartment door, put the key in, run to the bathroom, drop trowel, and I am literally inspecting my underwear like, do I have to throw these things away? Surprisingly, I did not.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
The
That is shocking.
only reason there was not a skid mark in my underwear and why I came so close is because it was a smooth criminal, a perfect 4.
Oh, it was ready to go. It was tightly held
It
together.
was so compact. Yes, it was a perfect shit. It was also, as I've called it before, a number 11. It was such a humongous perfect 4 that it broke off into 2.
Oh,
It would have probably easily been 15 inches long. And then I was thinking, oh my God, what if I wasn't, like, what if I did let it just slide out? I would have had the longest shit in my fucking pants.
It would have been sticking out like a tail.
It would have looked like a tail.
Well,
I would have
S
looked
is
like
for
I had
Superman.
yeah. Also,
It's called the S is for Superman.
I just
Literally, I've had those, and it's like, that's the letter S, folks.
yeah.
Well, I don't have enough water in my bowl
Krypton.
because I have one of those like low flush models, so it just breaks itself off, you know. And so I just had this
Sides.
massive 11. Yeah.
I have never in my years of shitting where I had to go that bad and got home and it's been like a 4. It's been like when I've held it in for that long, I feel like it's just like liquid, like just.
You're preaching to the choir. That's why I was.
I'm
so
shocked that it's like
surprised.
this.
I was shocked.
Yeah, that's.
I was positive. I was like, I ate
It would've-
pistachio, full dairy ice cream. I'm going to shit my fucking pants.
Wow. I'm lactose intolerant, and I take those little pills when I eat ice cream. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to.
You feel it quick, too.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like, ooh.
Since you're on the subject about lactose intolerance, I think I might be developing.
Most people are.
Because I love ice cream, and I bought some ice cream last week, and I hadn't had it in a while, and I'm like, this is gonna be. I got like gelato, which is my favorite, and took it home. I was all excited. We ate it, and then like that night, I was taking like the most insane shits, and I was like, oh, maybe maybe I ate something weird. Then I bought some more ice cream the week after that. Before that, same fucking thing. I'm like, I think I'm developing a because I don't drink milk or anything like that. And so I'm just like, and I eat cheese, but not that much. I eat goat cheese mainly. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. But if I get a lactose intolerance because of ice cream, I'm just so pissed.
I completely agree. This is how I felt. The minute I was done eating that pistachio ice
disgusting.
cream yesterday, it like hit me. And it was like, poop needs to leave the body now.
Yes. Well,
Like, you don't.
Well, fingers
have a
crossed.
choice. Yeah. Fingers crossed. I mean, there was this point yesterday where it's like, I'm going to embarrass myself in front of all my neighbors, but I will also have an epic story for the fucking podcast.
I kind of wish.
It's like weighing out.
I kind of wish you
I
shit
like
your.
the surprise ending.
Yeah, I kind of wish you would have shit your pants because I just the mess that it would have made with all that coming out. Oh my
It would have
god!
been like I had a tail. It was massive.
Wow.
I could not believe it.
Well, look, you didn't shit your pants, and then fingers crossed that you're not intolerant. You don't have a lactose intolerance thing to ice cream.
Well,
All right.
I guess from here on in, ice cream is going to be playing with fire.
Yeah, pretty much. So with that awesome check-in, and that we know what Ellen's been dealing with, Mr. Cardone, please tell our audience like who you are, what you do, for the people that might not know.
I have a kind of a weird background, but I work in New York. I live in Queens, New York City, Rockaway Beach,
Nice.
and I make a living doing magic shows for private, corporate, all sorts of functions. And for years, I toured as a bass player in a rock and roll band, and we still play, which is kind of cool. We still actually are able to go do shows, which is complete joy to be at my age and to, still do it. I never would have expected it would keep being, literally it's been it's 25 years.
Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. And everybody's still really healthy. And like, as long as we get cool show offers, we will definitely keep doing them
That's great.
because it's too much fun.
And the Toilet Boys or other bands?
Well, I did Toilet Boys. I started in 96. I left in 02, and then the band kind of broke up in 03. And then I started playing with Karen Black, and I did that for 6 years.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So I did Voluptuous Horror Karen Black for 6 years, and then I started playing in Toilet Boys again because we started getting better offers because it had been a while. Like we'd been around.
That's how it works, right?
And we got to play our best shows like in 2010, 2012.
Nice.
We started getting crazy offers.
That's
And
amazing.
I was like, really? Now? Like after the fact?
People always come around, right? I saw when I first moved. I moved to New York in '96, and I saw you guys at Coney Island High.
Shit, man.
I
Wait,
forgot.
how old are you? You look like you're 20.
I'm 40. I'm 48.
Dude,
yeah.
you're my age.
Yeah, I saw you.
Look like you're 20. I'm like, how old is you?
I am old. Well, I'm older.
Amazing. So you saw us play there? Holy
Yeah.
shit. That's
I forgot who I saw you guys with, and then we saw you with the not reunion. I hate to say reunion, but like when you guys reformed again at St. Vitus.
Shit.
Yeah.
That was nuts, dude. Did you see the second show or the first show?
I can't remember. I think it was the second show.
Dude, we were fucked up tired. I mean, we played one show. They cleared the room. I'm in the basement getting, and I'm like, and they're like, all right, you're on. And I'm like, I can't play anymore. Like that. Somehow we played it.
It was a fun show.
On fumes.
Woo.
We had a good time.
Hard. Too old for that. You're 48. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't say cool, but I wouldn't use the word cool.
I'll say wise.
Wise, thank you.
I love being in my 40s.
No, I do like it. It's
We're
just,
all ageless. It's okay.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, come on, dude. I get paid to do card tricks, and it's ridiculous. I mean, if you're living your life to its fullest, and meaning you found your niche and you're in it, it's all good.
Yeah,
Exactly.
agreed.
In stoicism, it's living according to your nature. If
Right.
you're living in your nature, you're freaking
You're good
on
to
the
go.
road. You're good to go.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that.
Yeah. So I mean, I've had a pretty neat career. I would never trade my life for anybody's. In the world of the show business stuff, I got to do gigs that I've got to perform some shows that when I'm an old man, I'll look back and go, wow, I can't believe I got to do those gigs. My life has been, it's been very hard. No joke. I mean, I've been hustling freelance style since I moved, like right from day one. I went from baking bagels I started as a bagel baker when I first got here.
That's awesome.
Really?
Yeah, that's right.
couldn't
I was
even,
baking bagels. Within 1 year, I was in Toilet Boys, and then everything just
Took off.
kind of. Yeah, and then Toilet Boys opened the doors to other things. Like, I don't know if me and Sean, we were getting modeling gigs, me and him, and I'm short and he's a monster. I remember like us getting these gigs and being like, wow, like we're not models, and all these fuckers are models. And I remember them looking at us like, who the fuck are these guys?
You're like, that's the best.
And
You're
I'm
like,
like-
yeah.
And it's crazy because I still get them once in a while. 2 years ago, I got one. I thought I was an extra. I really thought I was being cast as an extra, even though the pay was really great. I didn't really know what was going on, and it was me and Giselle as the main.
Wow.
Really?
It's Bunchen. What's her
Yeah.
name?
Yeah,
Tom Brady's
Giselle.
wife. It was literally me and her with she was the main model, and then there was me and one other chick. So, and it was for Rosa Cha. And I'm short, and I'm almost 50. Dude. So that
amazing.
van opened some doors that, I never would have dreamed
Right,
of.
right.
And I think it's because the nature of the band was more... I always tell people the old days, people weren't so PC and finicky, and it really did feel free.
Right.
Like, that squeeze box scene, no one gave a shit who you were, what you were, skin color, orientation. It was a free BL for all. People just let it fly, and it was an amazing time. Like we were really just and I was a straight dude in this scene, and it was like this amazing feeling of freedom and not giving a shit. And I
Incredible.
think the band had that energy, and I think that's why it opened so many doors. It was just
And
I don't know.
and I want to ask a quick question. Had you been doing magic that whole time, or did that come later?
So magic started, I was so young. I was in first grade, and then by the time I was in ninth grade, it was my work. Like, I started gigging.
Oh
I
shit!
started doing weekend gigs, and I did very poorly in school. I literally not so. I was great in the English and the liberal arts stuff, but as soon as it got to math and sciences, I have a learning disability in mathematics, and it's bad. And it's so bad that I would have never been able to get into a university on SAT because I can't even take them.
Yeah.
But because I'm diagnosed as learning disabled, which is great because I am, I was able to get into an amazing college, and literally I would have never been able to do that without having at least that,
Interesting. Okay.
So,
but the magic thing
so
was
my family saw that I was good at magic, and were like, "Yeah, dude, go do that."
that's so great though.
You suck at everything, but this is you're good at that. So I was hustling in high school. I saved all my contracts. I still the performance contracts when I was in high school.
That's
I'm
awesome.
yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
amazing.
it was always going on. I went to this snobby theater school, and they hated variety. They wanted TV and movie actors.
Right.
And they were training us for that, and that was cool. I just wanted to get a degree and actually learn something. And they were always like, "Yo, why are you even bothering? Why do you want to be here?" And I was like, "Mind your own business.
Yeah.
I'm here. Yeah, I got my shit together. Just do your thing. I'll
Yeah.
do mine." So when I moved to New York, I started doing the band, and the magic bit was like I started hardcore, really making it a full-time job in 2001, 2002.
Okay.
Cool.
That's when I was like, this has to be my full-time gig.
Right.
So
That's amazing.
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm always impressed. I can't do any magic tricks, so anytime I see anybody do it, the simplest trick, I'm always like,
It's all
I'm like,
about
what?
patience and
Yeah,
lots
and
of
practice.
Yeah, practice.
Well, like
too.
this, you guys can see me, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're seeing some card tricks now.
But like this here, like when I first started learning this,
Oh shit!
when I first started, I'll do it. I'm not even wearing sleeves. When I first started learning this, I went nuts because
Cardone is
it's
fanning out all the
We are
cards,
we're
then
getting.
he's making it disappear, and then he's making each card reappear.
This is insane. That's. I'm like
that
completely
kinda
like
is
in
not-
awe.
It's not great for podcasting, but it's
No.
fabulous for us.
Oh yeah, we get a personalized show.
well, the thing about it is, it really does. Some of the types of magic make you go mad learning them.
Oh, I bet.
Because like the amount of effort and time and energy placed in learning this kind of stuff it's a lot. It's like learning how to play a classical instrument.
Yeah. No, it's like you definitely put your 10,000 hours in, my friend.
I put
For sure. Yeah.
It took me 5 years before I could show anybody this.
Wow.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
5 years. I don't think I spent any. Yeah, that's wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's why we're.
Yeah.
That's why there's something loose.
Oh
And you're
god.
the third magician we've had on. We had Matt Holtzclaw and Dubini.
Yeah.
And Matt's been
Both
on
of those guys.
3 times, and Dubini's been on twice. And one of the times he came on, he forgot he was coming on, and he got high with you on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's what that was. Oh yeah. He came out to Polar Bear with us.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember that. That was a fun day. You know what? I'm very picky and don't like most magicians, but I like both of those guys. They're
Excellent.
both good dudes. No, I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I'll throw that out.
They're
there.
cool.
Really, they're good dudes.
It would suck if you were like, oh, gross.
If I didn't like somebody, I'm pretty clear.
Yeah.
If there's somebody I don't like, I'm very vocal. That's why people are afraid to have me on shit. I'm like, oh, I'll tell you.
They're like, let's go.
Well, Cardone, if you're going to tell us, we'd like to go into the main topic, the reason why we're here.
Yeah, the main course.
Yes. So you can you told me you had some epic stories for us. You can either go straight into those,
Yeah.
or we can ask you some of our regular questions. So
I should probably tell the story and then you do the questions because I might
Sounds
answer
good.
some of them in the story.
Gotcha.
Totally.
Okay.
All right. So here's just one. When you called me and said, "Hey, you want to do this?" It's shit stories. I was like, okay. I mean, I have one that immediately pops into my head because I'll never be able to forget this. And I've told the story to people, many times just because it's kind of humorous. But I'm just gonna start going. I'm gonna open my mouth and let the Lord speak because I can literally visualize it right now.
Please, let's hear it.
I used to be married to a Japanese lady for 15 years, and most of it was actually good. I have 2 kids, 2 Japanese-speaking children who are now big. My son's bigger than me. That's crazy. So we went to Japan a lot. I was there at least 9 to 10 times, somewhere in there. So I didn't go every year, but they would go every year, and sometimes I didn't stay at home. And I remember the first few times I went over there, I remember I didn't go to the bathroom regular, A, because you're traveling, but B, because of the diet switch.
Oh yeah.
Bam, you're eating a whole nother, and I don't know, have you ever been there?
I've never been.
I have.
Everything's different.
Yeah.
Everything. The
Yeah.
bricks, the trees, the frogs, everything you see ain't the same, right? So even the food, like, oh yeah, I eat lots of Japanese food, not like you're going to eat here, right? So you're eating everything new, and I would eat fiber bars because I knew it was going to like cause some problems. So maybe my second or third trip to Japan, this happened. I went over, ate, did my thing. We were there for like a week. We weren't there that long. We would usually do 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But occasionally we'd go for a week because of some sort of family event. And I remember, like, by day 2 or 3, I was like, all right, I got to start eating fiber because I ain't going.
Oh, no.
And you've seen the toilets over there. Not all, but a lot of them are on the ground.
Yeah, squat toilet.
And if you're not used to that, that can cause some stuff too, even though they're healthier, as I'm sure you've talked about on the show. So,
yeah, I feel like in Tokyo, I only went to Tokyo, but it was either a squat toilet or the fancy ones with the bidet and the bells and the whispers.
Yeah. Of course.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's day 3. I start eating a fiber bar, nothing. Day 4, day 5, I am not going to the bathroom. You know, and I'm like, whatever. At this point, I forget.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, I stopped. I'm just going about my thing.
Yeah.
Right? And it's now later, and we're going home. And I just remember every time I went, I hate airports. I can't stand airplanes, partly from traveling for work, but also when you have little kids. And I have 2 kids. It's just like everything's
oh my God.
awful.
Yeah.
Going through the thing. And so the airport, and I feel like my body's warm. My chest, not down here, like my chest, my mid, and my lower, like almost as if I ate one of those heat packets.
Oh, shit.
You know, that you put in your pie. I just feel kind of hot. Like, ooh, it's weird. And going in the plane, and, you know, we're putting our stuff, and it's just a hassle. Like, there's so many suitcases and carry-ons, and I get in the chair, and I'm sitting in the chair, and we take off. And I remember, you know, like the plane's like, you know, on its way up, and you're like on your back for a while. And because you're flying, we used to always fly direct.
Oh, yeah.
It's insane not to, especially if you have kids. It's just horrible. So these are long flights. So I remember about 4 hours into the flight, I just felt, it was like a feeling as if my body I drank a cup of cement.
Oh, no.
I felt really odd and warm, and like there was a hot brick of cement in my body. But it didn't hurt. I wasn't like, ouch.
Yeah.
Pain. It just didn't feel normal. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to go. There's no line. I'm going. So I get up, go into the bathroom. I pull my pants down. I hate those freaking toilets.
The fucking worst.
And I shit, and it is, I don't even know what it would be on the Bristol chart. I'm going to try to describe it. Liquid, but hard cement.
Oh.
So it's soft, like a soft serve ice cream cone, but it's really dense.
Oh.
Because of all those fiber bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's dense, though. It's not like liquid at all.
Yeah.
There's no liquid.
It's like spackle.
It's like oh, perfect. That's it. Spackle density. And I go, and it is so much that it's kind of shocking, right? And I'm like, wow. So I'm done. And I'm like, I feel better. And I'm done. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm like getting ready to wipe. I wipe. I know you're going to ask me which direction.
Or even if you sit or stand.
Front. I come from the front usually.
Whoa.
It depends. It usually starts in the front and maybe ends with me doing a few this way.
Yeah.
Reverse. I do both, but
okay.
I'm getting ready to like wipe. No more. Guess what? I go again, and it's almost the same amount.
Oh.
Okay.
Fuck.
Now the toilet's like, oh my, wow. I mean, if I would have had an iPhone then, I would have taken a picture. No, I had not flushed yet. And if I had an iPhone,
just keep filling up the bowl.
Wait, it gets better. Like I said, if I would have had an iPhone, I would immediately start taking pictures.
Yeah.
It already looked like no one believed me here. So I went maybe
4 times.
Say it again. 4 times.
I was done. I went again. I just kept Like every time I thought I was done, I literally had a little more in there, and it just kept coming and coming and coming and coming. And now I'm not kidding you. I'm nervous. I'm gonna start feeling the back. No, I'm not exaggerating
it's like piling.
at all. It's like a good, inches of just solid spackle, like your words, shit. And it's like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start feeling it. So now I'm like, all right, there's no more. I wiped my ass. It took a while. It wasn't like it wasn't a smooth criminal where it was just.
It was messy.
Yeah.
That's right. When it's messy, you're going to be. I think didn't Richard Pryor do an act on this? One of the old comedians did an act on when your shit gets cut. And there's still more behind it.
Yep.
You're going to be hitting that wipe a lot. So I was doing that. Now there's toilet paper and the fucking toilet's filled all the way to the brim with shit.
Oh.
Done. Again, if I would have had a camera, there's a photo. It's like hard to believe. Nobody goes that much.
And no courtesy flushing.
I didn't. I was too excited.
Yeah.
I literally was
You're
so
like,
excited.
look what I'm doing right now.
Like a little kid when he shits for the first time. Like, look what I made, right?
You lost like 20 pounds.
I lost 20 pounds. Here's the best part. I hit the flush button. It's the suction kicks on. Sucks it out. What? Because there's so much shit. All of that cement in the toilet. The spackle goes and just sucks the middle. Like a little suction part of the middle goes and all around the whole top of the toilet is solid shit.
Oh my God.
So much that it's like, oh no, that's bad. Like it's too much. It's like, ugh.
That is
so
bad.
I stand up. I'm like, I hit flush again, and I'm like, all right, that's.
Yeah, and there's bowls. It's not like there's a lot of water. There isn't even
No.
a toilet brush for you to clean.
I don't even think there's any water in this.
Yeah.
There was no water.
There's like a drizzle.
Yeah, it's really bad. But here's the piece de resistance. So I'm done. I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I know what. I'm going to leave the toilet and quickly run to my seat. Hopefully no one's going to see I'm the last guy in there. Right? I open the door.
Been in there for like 20 minutes. There's got to be a line.
I open the door and there's a massive line.
Oh my God.
Halfway down my aisle. Yeah, and I'm like, that was it. I went, sat down, and
You're like, next?
Wait, if this was
it. I mean, I couldn't. If I had a camera, I would have taken a few pictures.
If this was a TV show, there'd be it would cut to you running back, sitting in their seat with the eye mask on, and then 2 minutes later, someone the flight attendant comes over, and knocks on your shoulders, like, "Excuse me, sir. I think you left something back there."
I'd be like, "What?"
Yeah, that wasn't me. It wasn't
what would
me.
probably happen is somebody would go in and be like, no. And this flight attendant would be like, well, this toilet's out of order. And the entire flight would be like, what are you talking about? You can't have a toilet out of order for a 13-hour flight.
Oh.
Just got to pour a bunch of water.
Odds there's more than one toilet in those things.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Man.
Oh, you've been fucked.
I was embarrassed. I felt bad for everybody. But I mean, come on. What am I going to do? What
I mean,
was I going to do?
I agree with you.
I could have shoveled it.
Well, yeah. Oh no, you're not doing that. God no, you're not doing that. And I was just thinking you could go to the back, the little back galley area, and be like, hey, can I get 30 bottles of water so I can fucking
that's a good idea.
over the toilet, just putting water in it.
I really want to know what made me backed up that much. I don't know if it was the rice or something really just. I couldn't go.
Yeah, all the above. That is crazy though.
I think when your sleep changes too, that's the other part to having problems when you travel is the sleep change.
Yeah.
The jet lag over there is awful.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's the worst.
It's really nuts though. You're ready to go to bed at noon.
Yeah.
You're literally can't function and it's noon.
It's
you're
the complete
ugh.
opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so awful.
I've done that
and
flight.
then a week later, you're better, and then you go home.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done that flight to Australia and New Zealand, and it was brutal.
That's worse.
Yeah, you're just I wake up, you're like, is it? I left on a Sunday. It's Tuesday when you get there. You're like, what the?
Wow.
You're like, wait, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't.
That's worse.
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was bad. So, but I mean, that's crazy. I just want to. I wish we had a picture of just the middle part of the shit. Just
like a donut.
Yeah.
I remember when I did it. I didn't think that was gonna happen. I didn't know. I just was like, oh my god, it's not flushing. It's not gonna go down. It's too much.
That is unbelievable, man.
And it's such an interesting, like, we all have been there. Every human being, we have to shit, and sometimes it's not in the greatest place to do it. And you're just like, it's nature. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have another choice. But every single person in that line wanted to kill you and was like, fuck you.
Yeah, but you know what? I agree with you 100%. We've all done that and been there on both sides. So I'm like,
exactly.
So it's just like, yeah, I agree with you. It's because those airplane bathrooms are from hell. Like I'm a big guy, and it's like, I mean, it's just trying to maneuver in there is a pain in the ass. Go into the bathroom.
Imagine if you're even a little tall.
Oh yeah,
or wide. In
yeah, it's just like it's so like it's draconian. Like you would think.
I mean, I'm little, and I feel like there's no room.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
That's why
brutal.
he's flying.
Yeah. And people that like say like I'm in the Mile High Club, I'm like, first of all,
gross.
that is fucking disgusting.
Really gross.
Like, I'm sorry.
Vomit.
I've never been like, you know what? I gotta fuck somebody in this bathroom.
The only way I'd be okay with you being in a Mile High Club is if you had like your private plane and nobody else was on it.
There you go.
It's like you and somebody you're fucking.
Yeah.
But
That's
otherwise, if you're going into coach bathroom to do that deed, fuck you.
Well, have you seen this though? Have you ever also seen? I know this is totally sidetracking, but have you seen those people that walk into the bathrooms with like no shoes or just like barefoot? I saw that once, and I was just like, there's no hope for humanity if you're doing this.
The only time I think that's okay is when you get the free socks on the plane.
Yeah.
You can change into those free socks, and then you throw them out before you leave the plane. That is the only time.
I'm not walking into any bathroom with socks that are given to. I need shoes. Or slippers.
You're gonna feel the wet.
But
I gotta admit,
it's disgusting.
I wear shoes in the summer, and I walk in places no one would go. So my feet now are like leather. Like I've got like these leather bottoms on my feet.
I have noticed, thanks to this goddamn pandemic, that my feet have become pussies. I can't do anything. My feet are so like virgin baby
dainty
feet.
Oh, they're like softer.
They're too soft. My feet are exhausted after walking for like an hour. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? Because I've been
Interesting.
You're like
for too long.
Your feet are like
You got
veal.
pandemic foot.
Yeah. You got veal feet.
Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I'm a mess.
Little baby feet.
Interesting.
Total baby
Oh my
feet.
god.
I'm like, I would
love
love some calluses.
Yeah, that's what I do. I hate wearing shoes in the summer. I'd rather. I've been to a couple places. When I was in Nicaragua for surf stuff, I didn't put shoes or a shirt or bathe for like almost 2 weeks. There was no need to put shoes or nothing. Because I was in the ocean every day.
Yeah.
And the weather was perfect. And your feet get very leathery. They start to really...
You're like, are those Birkenstocks? No, those are my feet.
Yeah, but that's probably like caveman feet. Cavemen didn't wear shoes.
Yeah.
They probably had leathery fucking.
There's people that run.
feet.
I go running a lot.
Right.
There's people in the park that I see with barefoot. They run barefoot.
Yep.
I'm like, and I'm kind of like, all right, you do you.
Yeah. Well, there's barefoot football players. You ever see the guys that? There's the barefoot kickers.
Oh my
Kick
god.
the field goals.
Crazy.
Yeah, look that up. And there's a lot of them. That's like a thing I've seen. When I was a kid, there was one that was really famous, and like he would kick the field goal, he took his shoe off.
Jesus Christ.
And you know what? I get it because it's probably more consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
He knows what it is exactly.
That's making my
Never,
foot.
You know.
It's making my foot hurt
just
thinking about it.
barefoot. Interesting.
So Cardone, I want to ask you some questions.
Yes, go for it.
What is your favorite brand of toilet paper, and do you put it on the roll over or under?
Wow, complicated for me. Okay, well, because I go through a lot of toilet paper. My apartment has 2 bathrooms.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And so I love having 2 bathrooms because when my kids are here or anybody's around, there's always a bathroom available, always. And so I buy a lot of toilet paper. So for years, I bought the cheap stuff, the Scott billion on a roll thing. And in the last 5 years, I switched to the fancy. I don't like the super soft ones. I do like the thick one.
Okay.
And do you
I'm
know what
old enough.
brand?
Like
I
cotton.
buy whatever's on sale because I buy bulk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But you
Yeah.
like to luxuriate yourself.
Well, yeah, because dude, we're in our late 40s.
Yeah.
That's it, bro.
I still.
You know.
Well, I still rock the Scott, but I bought a bidet a few years ago, and that thing has saved.
Interesting.
It really is a game changer. Like a little snap-on bidet,
Interesting.
change your life, my friend.
I do the bidet with the sink.
Oh, okay.
I do. When I'm done with the wipe process,
Yeah.
I take 1 square or 2 squares, fold it, wet it, and do a little
Oh, there you go.
clean.
Like you make your
And-
own baby wipe.
Yeah.
Yes, and quickly before more questions, because dude, when you told me there's a shit podcast, I was like, I can talk about shit for a while. In Taiwan, I remember crazy stuff. I was in Taiwan for 3 months once. I just showed up and just started like teaching English and hanging out once, and I was only 19. It was so. I remember over there, like their towels that they dry their bodies with are like this big. They have these little
small little-
but they do it efficiently. They know how to do it, and they do the same thing with toilet paper. They use barely any, and they keep folding it down to the last little fold so they conserve paper. And then, like some countries, you don't flush it; you throw it in the garbage can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah. That's a hard one. That's a hard one for me. I'm like,
Have you had anybody from India on here yet? You got to get them on.
The closest was Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka. Yeah.
Oh, did they do the green little watering can in the bathroom and the hand bit? Did they talk
No,
about?
he wrote this article about bidets, so we mostly interviewed
Yeah.
him because
Well-
he was more like, why aren't Western, especially white people, into bidets? So,
And
Yeah, it is interesting.
He talked about the bum gun thing with the little hose. It's kind of similar.
Yeah.
So it's attached
So
to like a thing.
every Indian restaurant you go in, when you're in the bathroom, look on the floor by the toilet. There's that little green watering can.
yeah.
Most
Like a
people don't
bucket.
know. Yeah, and that is for them it's easier to use their bare hands than toilet paper.
yeah. That's a.
Yeah,
I haven't got that far yet. I mean,
No, me neither. That's pretty.
I
Wild.
feel like if I was raised that way, probably, but I think at this point, I'm gonna stick
You
to.
asked me a 2-part question too. It was brand.
And then over versus under.
Well, I said I do both.
Oh, you do both.
Over. Oh, it depends which.
Oh, and you put it on the roll. When you hang the teepee on the roll, is it cascading towards you or is it going under towards the wall?
One of my bathrooms, it's going towards me. In the other bathroom, it goes under.
Nice,
because
so-
it's a little tighter in there.
Oh, so you go both ways.
But I prefer.
You prefer over.
I prefer it, but because of that one's a little. To me, it's all about practicality. But if I had to look at it, when I grew up, my mother always did the over.
Yeah.
That's more,
Probably what most people's toilety things like this might be based on.
Yeah.
yeah.
right?
Most of our guests are over people. I'm an under myself, but there's a
And
lot
why
of overs.
did your family do that when you were a kid?
No, to be honest with you, I never thought about it until we started doing the show, and then I was kind of like, yeah, I definitely prefer under, just more of an aesthetic kind of thing. And
I'm just gonna say, is it just a visual maybe?
it's a visual thing, but then at the time when I really started caring about it, we had gotten 2 kittens at the time, and my friend was like, "Oh, you gotta make sure they don't fuck with a TP, and it's a little hard if you put it under." So like, and now it's just
okay.
it's morphed into like I'm just like a staunch, under person.
Interesting.
So-
that is an interesting question.
It's like one of those questions where some people are like, I don't even know what I do. And then other people are like, over.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my God. You know what's funny is there's this old saying, how you do anything is how you do everything.
oh, yeah.
And it's interesting because when you told me you had a shit podcast, I was like, oh, I get it. Because just us talking about how you fold toilet paper, you can really learn a lot about people. I mean, it's why I love these kind of things.
I know. You just reminded me. After 122 episodes, we never asked people if they're a crumpler versus a folder.
Oh yeah,
You know,
do you wad it up?
like-
One right there.
A lot of people. Well, one of our questions are if you sit or stand to wipe your butt.
Sit. I don't get the stand because if you stand, doesn't it scrunch together?
Yeah. And
I
agree
never
with you.
got that.
And
And
I-
I met people that are standards, and I'm like,
let's shout out your bandmate because he's the one that basically inspired us to ask that question.
oh, okay, good.
Yeah, because he's like, have you?
Because we have a mutual friend that's a stander. I don't know
Yeah.
if you mentioned him.
Yeah, he didn't mention the person's name, but he did say he's
I
like
know.
he at one point he just stopped and he's like, have you guys ever heard people that fucking stand and wipe their ass? He's like, this shit just blew my
I
mind.
know who he's talking about.
He came in hot with that one, and I was laughing my ass off.
That's great. That's a good question, though.
Yes,
The toilet paper's good, too.
very few standards. We have people who like kind of lean to one way or the other, or even like kind of hover just slightly.
But we've had a couple standards though.
Yeah. I
Oh,
have,
they do like the hover, the float.
yeah. And like I have a friend of mine who's a lady who tells me she can't wipe back front to back. She has to go through, and I'm just like, no, you're getting poo poo in your vagina. No.
I mean, I was going to say, I have 2 kids, and, you know, wiping the little boy's butt is way easier.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's like night and day.
I couldn't even imagine.
I can't believe I hadn't mentioned this, but a couple weeks ago, my partner was like, I think I got an ingrown hair in my gooch. Can you check it out for me? And I photograph lots and lots and lots of naked ladies, and I retouch a lot of vaginas. And I've never,
Oh, yeah.
in the 10 years I've been with my partner, I've never really paid attention to his gooch before. And so I'm looking at this ingrown hair, and I go, this is so weird that you have all this skin between your balls and your asshole that I'm used to seeing a vagina here. And I'm
Yeah.
like examining him, and he's like, can you get the fuck away from me? He's like, and I was like, I never realized how much space there was in between.
Taint,
Amazing.
the taint area.
I totally thought for some reason the balls were a little bit closer, but it just kept going.
Yeah, it is. Well, you know what it is if you go back to the embryo, that is where the vagina would be.
I
yeah,
know
that's
where
where
the
it would be.
vagina.
Yeah,
I know
it's exactly
I know
there.
vagina's better than the two of you straight men. Like
do.
I've seen so many fucking vaginas, but I've never really paid attention to a man's taint.
Why should you? It's just.
I agree.
It's just. I mean, balls. That whole area is just like. Why?
What's there's a couple comedians that have great acts that focus. Well, Red Fox has the "You Got to Wash Your Ass."
Oh yeah, classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
That is really,
Gotta wash your ass.
that is-
Yeah.
If you haven't seen him in a while, I recently put him on. What a delight! Oh, what a delightful guy! Like, how fun would it have been to go out with him? On
Oh my
town
god.
Or something.
Well, I love about Red
Oh.
Fox, and again, this is when he was on Sanford and Son, he was still doing comedy, and people would be like, "I'm gonna go see Red Fox," and it's like they had no idea like how raw and like just they just thought he was like, "Oh, it's Fred Sanford from the show." It's like, no, it is not.
no.
That is a character.
And Esther.
Oh yeah,
Her stand up too is
brutal.
Whoa,
Yeah, I love that shit.
LaWanda Page.
Cardone, what's your first memory of poops or farts as a child?
Wow, I like that one. God, I'm trying to have like out of early childhood, because I have some memories of super early childhood stuff. I don't have any. I remember early on being freaked out by shit, and I'm going to be honest, I have a weak stomach. I'm one of those dudes. If I smell vomit or some shitty stuff, I gag quick. I'm one of those guys.
Oof.
I remember seeing a turd in a swimming pool. And that made me really like shocked. Like, God, like just too much.
Oh
Was
yeah.
it a public swimming pool? Where was this swimming pool?
I think it was. It was a public swimming pool. It was like it wasn't someone's house. It was like.
And how
it was a
old were
public
you?
pool. I might have been 5 or 6.
Ooh, that's a memory you'll never
Yeah,
forget.
I would-
I
wouldn't
just
forget
remember
that.
like, oh my, like clearly that shit.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Have you seen Class Action Park, the documentary on Action Park?
Not yet, but I can't wait because I keep hearing this.
Yeah, it's good.
My God.
It's good.
Oh, there's a
Yeah.
good shit stuff in there.
Well, just they never clean those pools.
Ooh, yee. Well, there's an old saying. Whenever I'm debating people on like biblical stuff, I always tell people, if there's a turd in the pool, do you get in? Because I don't. That's how I am with like biblical stuff. I'm like, there's a couple turds in that pool.
Yeah.
And
a
I
couple.
just don't get in.
Lots.
I find another swimming pool.
Yeah.
So
We had
that's
somebody who was a lifeguard on, and you would think like a turned into pool means pool closed, done for the day. Let's drain it, clean this shit
they
out.
just take it out.
Yeah.
Yes, they
And
just
bleach.
take it out and pour a little chlorine.
Yeah,
in that
more
area,
chlorine.
and that's
Yeah, I
the
mean
end.
that's it.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
I mean, if you think about it, it's almost impossible, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a memory.
Do you tell?
This is maybe 9-year-old, 8-year-old. I'm at my cousin's house. I think it was a birthday party. Like it was it was a lot, mostly little girls because she was a girl. Like her and her sister. It was 2 girls, and a couple little boys from their school. And I was maybe a year older than all of them. And they had one of those attics that they turned into like the playroom, and it was kind of cool. It was like kind of a wood floor attic look, and they had like the toys, and everybody's running around and playing. And I remember I had to go to the bathroom, and I just wasn't going because I was having fun. And I had shorts, socks, and I remember as I'm playing, I farted. And the next thing I felt was liquid running down my leg. And I remember I saw it, and so that no one saw it, I put my hand on where the liquid was around my knee and ran it up again to the edge of the shorts, and immediately ran to the bathroom.
You trying to pinch it off?
And so then I went to the bathroom, and then I had to like figure out how to deal with all of the above. And I remember I was in there for a long time. I was like washing my underwear in the sink, and it was just a mess.
Oh God.
So that was like 9 or 10, somewhere in there.
On that note, I'm about to pee my pants, so give me a second.
Yeah. Do your thing.
I have a story when she's back. I'll tell one other.
Oh please, yeah. I'm loving all of it.
I mean, I'm sure. Have you had any stories on here that were like really nuts? So, because I'm sure there's some. I mean,
oh yeah, we've had like crazy like people shitting, like having a shit story, like in the subway, like up the stairs. Like we had this one guest, she was feeling really crappy. They were going there on the G train, and they were she was coming down the stairs. She's like, oh my God, I'm not gonna make it. And she like her sister was helping her out. She pulled her pants down, just like liquid ass out up all over the steps.
I mean, when you gotta go, I mean, what do you do? I mean, it's horrible.
We had all those cartoons Sean's epic shitting stories were great.
I know, dude. It's funny because people don't talk. It's like people don't talk about shit stuff. And I've met people that are so finicky with it that something's wrong with them. Whenever they're like really finicky about it, I'm like, it's like if I'm doing a ventriloquist bit and someone's like, I'm not talking to a fucking puppet. Something's wrong with you.
Yeah.
Really? You can't talk to a puppet
Yeah.
for a few seconds and have fun. To me, that's how it is when people won't talk about shit or something.
You're preaching to the choir.
Well,
I'm like, come on.
Or they act
really?
like they've never shit their pants or any kind of accent.
yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
come
that's a
on.
good one.
We've all been there. Like, everybody's done it at some point in their
I've
life.
dated girls that if they've shit in the toilet and it smells afterwards and you comment, it literally causes a meltdown.
Wow.
How sad is that?
Yeah. That's when you put your hand over your face. You're like, oh my God.
Story. When I was in college, there was a minute where I was partying so hard that my bowel movements were not good.
Yeah,
and I got
been there.
really good. And at that time, I was shitting my pants a lot more than the normal guy. And I remember I got really good at running to the bathroom and without taking my fucking combat boots off, pulling my pants down and ripping the white underwear out of the band, throwing them out, wiping, and going back.
That's partying right there.
I got good. I knew how to do it. Like I was like, "There's an emergency."
I have to ask, how many times did you shit your pants to learn this parlor trick?
Well, I learned that parlor trick. One of those times, it was like the first time, and it was like I have to deal with this quick, and that just seemed like
Cut this out.
the most logical solution.
Cut your way out of the mess.
Oh,
Just
God.
rip them out because I'm not. I mean, they're ruined.
Now, have you ever been like so fucked up, and then when you cut it out, that you just left the waistband on, like just like by
No,
accident?
I did. No, I always did.
Oh my God.
That's funny you asked that because I remember it just stayed. It was like it's just the stretchy
You cut
part.
through the fabric, just not the last.
Yeah, I just ripped. I remember ripping.
Oh my
I
God.
just ripped.
Oh my God.
Like, "Grrr."
That is hilarious.
You put an answer. How many times?
4, 5.
Too many.
Yeah. More than one is like.
No, but he made it sound like he got.
That's why I don't
so
drink
good at
booze.
it.
That's what booze did to me. That's why I don't drink booze at all.
Wow.
I haven't had booze for almost 30 years.
Oh
now.
wow.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that stuff gets in the way for me.
Okay.
Gets in the way.
But you do know how to handle it if something were to occur in your pants. So we know. I have a feeling now what's going to happen. It's like, I just imagine like this summer somehow that's probably going to happen to me. I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to rip
Like,
it out.
I know that trick.
I know how to do this. And I'll report back.
I love it.
Well, what kind of underwear do you wear, Dave? It sounds like
Oh, I wear
Cardone was wearing tighty white.
I wear tighty whities.
Back then.
Oh, I wear tighty whities. My legs are like big, so like if I wear boxers, they just wind up rolling up my thighs. So I wear tighty whities.
Actually stopped wearing tighty whities in the last 5 years, 3-4 years.
Yeah. I mean, they're tight. I guess tighty whities in title only. I have like dark color underwear. I just can't wear.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're like
You
not
have
like
tight briefs. On.
I wear briefs. Yeah, sorry, I wear briefs.
I just do the boxer brief thing.
Yeah, I've tried
That
that
has
too.
a little
It's
leg
like
to it.
Little leg. I need support.
I've tried that like so
support
many
there.
times. Like literally, if you see my legs, sometimes I just like from work. I used to work out or like when running. If I had shorts like that on, by the end of it, they just look like briefs because they just roll up my legs. I've tried the long ones, the short ones. I'm like, I'm going back to briefs. Fuck it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Cardone, what is your best cure for diarrhea or constipation?
Constipation, prunes.
That's a good one.
And I do love prunes, and I've accidentally eaten too much. I've had that when I'm watching a movie and I'm popping the prunes out of the box, and I'm like, oh shit! And it's that same warm feeling I was saying with
Oh,
it's like
no.
that. It's like this warm. For
And you're like,
diarrhea,
I have to cancel all my plans tomorrow.
I don't get diarrhea hardly ever, but I would eat a bunch of rice. I would do the boiled chicken and rice, like dogs.
Yeah.
I would do it
Yeah.
with you feed dogs.
A lot of people do that. The rice, bananas sometimes.
Yeah, I eat banana. That's one of my secrets. I eat at least one banana a day.
Oh,
That's good.
nice.
At least one.
Potassium's good for you.
And
Avocado too.
what are your other products that you love to help you poop? We know that you will make your own kind of wipe with the water, but like, do you use anything else to help with the smell, or do you use anything like a stool or sprays or
Interesting.
supplements or matches?
I have great question too. Wow, these are great questions. I have in both bathrooms the spray. Because I have so many guests flying through my house, friends, family, kids, everybody. It's just a party house here. I put that there for them. And there's also those special matches you can light.
Oh yeah.
I always have that around. And yeah, if it's especially horrific and there's people around, of course I'll do the potpourri, the one you spray in the toilet.
Oh yeah.
Kind of.
It works.
But a lot of times you use those and it just smells like perfume and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I say that all the time. There's a Dave Attell joke where he talks about. It's like, I love when people try to like use like lemon smell to cover up shit. He's like, shit is like a mile away and lemons is trying to keep up. It's like, it always smells like
Yeah. I had a situation where there was a dead lady living above me for 2 weeks. She was dead.
She wasn't living above you. She was dead above you.
She was dead. Dead.
Oh.
2 weeks. And I was joking that it smells like there's a dead body upstairs, and I was right. So here's the thing: they took her out.
Oh my God.
It was a suicide, so they had to lock the door bit and not touch it for a while because they have to come in and check it out, and make sure she offed herself. So, and the cops left, and I'm like, folks, you're not going to clean up, and they're like, we can't. I'm like, you're telling me that her shit, piss, and blood and body fluids are soaked in the floor for. So my house reeked like a corpse for a month, and I had a 1-year-old little boy.
Oh no.
So I called a funeral parlor and I said, what can I do? And they said, burn coffee.
Oh.
Guess what? Doesn't work. It smells like burned coffee and corpse.
And dead bodies.
Bad. So shit, corpses, all that stuff.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
ass always wins.
happening.
Ass
And
always
dead
wins.
bodies.
bacteria.
Yeah.
Well, it's bacteria, right? Is that? It's like a.
Yeah.
It's just bacteria.
Oh my god.
Most shit is. Shit isn't digested food. It's the dead bacteria.
Yeah. It's all a waste. Oh god, it's so disgusting.
Ugh.
Wow. And hence the brown is because of an amalgamation of color. Like, you know, when you mix the crayons,
Yeah.
you get like an off brownish color.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's why if you eat too many
Interesting.
beets, it's like reddish or whatever.
Oh, right. Yes. Oh, I love when I have a beet shit. Wow.
Me too.
I freak out for like 10 seconds. I'm like, oh yeah, I had-
Yeah.
and I'm like, what?
Like, am I dying?
Yeah, like no, it's literally, I'm like, oh my god, and I'm like, oh yeah, never mind. Woo.
I get
Have you
so
ever
excited.
had this happen? My son had a birthday party when he was about 4 or 5, and he had the pirate cake that was completely black icing. Oh, the next day, all the guests at the party were calling me. We just shit green, bright green. Because black ink dyes, I guess they use green to make.
Wow.
It's like
But
a
that's why, like, a lot of old tattoos look, when they age, they either look blue or green because the black isn't actually. Now they have true black for tattooing.
yeah, but black
back
isn't
in
a
the
color,
day-
right?
Well, yeah, it's the absence of color. But
Yeah.
like, now they have true black ink in tattooing, where like decades ago it was either just it was a very, very, very dark blue or very, very dark green. And so when it'd
Yeah.
fade, they would almost turn bluish.
Yeah, mine are all fucking blue and ghetto. I mean, Sean's. This is Sean's first tattoo he ever did on anybody,
Oh,
Oh wow.
and then this is like his third.
oh, cool.
No, this is his third, and yeah.
Oh, okay,
How cool
cool.
is that?
That's awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, Cardone, are you ready? I think I know
Yep.
the answer to this because it sounds like you've touched on a lot of
Yep.
what you've done. But current Cardone, 2021 Cardone, if you have to shit Bristol 7, butt pee, and it's coming out of your ass and there's 0 toilet in sight, do you go in your pants or somewhere on the floor?
Depends where I'm at.
You get to pick the location. Pants or floor?
Floor somewhere.
Yeah. I got
But
the
if I'm
correct-
like in a setting where there's a lot of people around, I might opt for pants.
Yes.
I would really quickly do if I shit in my pants, can I get home?
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Address the
It's-
can I?
Where can
and
I
the
get
answer is
quickly
no.
to cut out my underwear?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like I might do that, but at the same time, I've been in a lot of situations where I'm like, all right, I'm going to run around the corner here and lay one out quick. You know, like I've definitely. I also taught my kids to do that when they were little
Oh,
because I'm a hunter, fishing, camping kind of weirdo, and I would always have them in the woods, and I made sure they all. I remember my son when he was really little. I'm like, yeah, you're going to go around there and shit behind the tree. You know, and like
He's
you're
like,
just
"What?"
gonna do it, and he was like, "Yeah," and he did, and now he knows how to do it.
Nice. Yeah, it's very circumstantial, but floor would be optimal because no one wants to be walking around with shit in their pants, especially if you're not anywhere near home.
Yeah, I mean that's it. It's coming out. Sorry,
Yeah.
folks. Gotta go.
well, that's the thing. That's the part of the question. It's like it's coming out no matter what, and we've
Yeah.
all been there.
Yeah.
Here's a good one. Ace Frehley quote. Somebody asked him about his booze problem, and his quote. You'll love this. He goes, "Try using willpower when you have diarrhea." That's a good analogy for a booze problem. Like that's what it is. Like it don't work. If you're a real addict
Shit.
type, you can will all you want, and it's the same with diarrhea. You can go into your happy space, but unfortunately, your muscles are done.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a
food
good
going
analogy.
to leave the body.
Yeah.
You're holding the weight. It's like, guy, you got to let go of the weight eventually. You can't hold it all day.
Oh my God, it's making me want to shit now.
Yeah.
Talking about the floor, he says you do a lot besides camping. Has there been anything where like you're on tour? Like Kelly Clarkson came out recently saying that she was like on stage performing and she had to run off to her quick change room and shit in a wastebasket. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, has that ever happened?
Nothing coming up. I'm trying to think of tour shit. Basically, I do remember if you were in the tour bus, you are not allowed to shit in those.
Yeah, I've heard that a bunch of times. Yeah, I've heard that from like multiple musicians.
Oh, you have? Oh, yeah.
That's just
So what
verboten.
I mean, if it's emergency, obviously, but it stinks the whole frickin' bus up. You know, one turd in that back bus, you can dump all those chemicals in. It stinks. So, I mean...
So, yeah, ass
if
always
somebody
wins.
has to poo, do you just be like, next guest rest stop? Like, what
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it was... Yeah, just don't use that onboard bathroom. I never had too many craps problems. I'm like a Boy Scout. I pay attention to like when the next bathroom's coming up, how I feel. I'm a nerd. I am like, I believe in Murphy's Law. You know, anything bad will happen eventually here, you know?
Yeah.
So
I'm with you.
I paid attention to that.
I always interrupt the show with peeing because I have the bladder the size of a chipmunk. And one of our last shows, I was like, I think I can hold it. Totally peed my pants as soon as we were done recording.
Oh, shit.
So I can't do it anymore.
I'm trying to think if when I was little, and as an adult, I've had a few occasions where I peed the bed. And I remember each one because I was dreaming that there was a toilet.
Yeah.
Every single time, even when I was little, it would be like, oh, there's a toilet, right?
Let go.
And even as an adult, I remember it was like I hadn't slept in a while, so I was deep sleeping. But I don't, and you're dreaming that, you have to pee, but you start having a dream there's a toilet and you start to pee and you're like, oh my God, I'm peeing in the bed. But I'm trying to think, I don't think I've ever shit in the bed. Never had that happen.
Yeah, we've had a couple of guests that have shit in the bed.
I'm sure it's happened.
Oh yeah, it happens a lot.
Stomach problem.
Yeah.
Oof. That's
Well,
not good.
And what's the worst public toilet you've ever seen? Especially probably on tour, you've probably.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, CBGB's is famous just because, but the worst public toilet I've ever seen was in 2001. I went to Germany with the intention to driving to Transylvania to then drive to the bottom of Transylvania to the real Castle Dracula. And I went there to get a brick and dirt in the middle. And in that journey, which is its own whole storytelling thing, it's insanity of how that happened. I had to go to we hadn't eaten in a while. And in Romania, there's like, you can't find anywhere to eat. I mean, as soon as you leave a city, you're in the Wild West.
Shit.
Where they have pretend police officers and the gypsies and everything. It's literally like the Wild West. And we found a bar that had a little food. And they were a very poor area. They had frozen pizza with ketchup.
Ooh, gross.
And no one ordered it, and it was freezer burned because it was too expensive. But I remember it was horrible. It was like, ugh. So I'm in there. I got to go to the bathroom, and I went to go into their bathroom, and it was literally a hole in the floor. It was a wooden floor that they had sawed a hole. It was literally like going back in time. So it was a squatty style with just a hole, and there was shit in it too. I mean, it was everything. I didn't have the number to it, so. I was
Somebody
shocked. I was
did.
like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, they literally it's like going back in time. It was like flies buzzing around in the bar indoors though. It wasn't. So I'm guessing outside underneath they would. You know what they're called in medieval times?
What?
They're called gong farmers.
Gong
Gong
farmers?
farmers?
Look this up. A gong farmer. It was a very well-paid job. I know this because I'm a dungeon master. And in the game, it's a occupation. But a gong farmer is a well-paid shit shoveler.
Wow.
You would hire them to shovel out the shit. They also called it night soil.
I've heard that
night
before.
soil?
I've heard night soil, yeah.
Night soil is their what they had. They would dig out the night soil.
I've heard night soil before.
So I'm guessing they had that. They have to shovel it.
Ugh.
Night
would be the
soil
worst.
sounds like some kind of like song, like a classic rock song.
There was a band called Night Soil Man.
Night soil.
Love it.
There was a band called Night Soil Man in the 90s, I think. Yeah.
Oh, Tompkins Square Park toilet's not cool.
Oh, I've been in that one. It's bad.
Tompkins Square Park.
Oh yeah. Oof.
And I had to go in there a lot because I have kids.
Oh,
And my
shit.
kids used to go to school there, right near there. So I was in that park all the time. And that bathroom, terrifying.
Yeah, you kind of walk in, you're like, you know what? I can hold it a little longer.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been in a lot of really horrible bathrooms. And then in the old days, some of those nightclub bathrooms, woo. Just what was going on.
Growing up in Rochester,
Yikes.
when I started going to see shows in Rochester, New York, when my parents had moved there, and we were, go to these punk shows, whatever, matinee shows. And I remember the men's bathroom at the time, there wasn't a flushing toilet. What they would do though is they would just had a toilet with no rim or anything, and they would just put ice in it, like so the ice would be sticking out of the lid, and like so that was kind of like the urinal. But I'm like, and then I remember one time I went in there and there was a shit just sitting on top of the ice.
Oh,
it was horrible.
That is you just made me remember a couple early childhood memories of going to the bathroom in first grade. I remember this, and I remember the kid's name. This is crazy. This came into my head. We had a toilet in the classroom because it was easy for the little kids to go.
Oh, yeah.
And the kid in front of me's name was Sam Nee. Sam Nee, like Knee. And he went, and then I went in, and he had left a freaking loaf. I mean, like a giant loaf of turd. And it kind of frightened me. And I didn't go. I remember being like, oh, because I didn't want to have to deal with it for some reason.
That would frighten me. That would frighten me now as an adult.
Yeah, it was like this. Oh.
Yeah, you're like, that's not right.
His name's Sam Nee. So if you're listening, Sam Nee, and still alive, I still remember.
He's probably still doing that. He's probably just leaving his shits in there for people to see.
Flush the toilet, bro.
He's like, it's too good.
What's wrong with you?
Oh.
Well, and Cardone, do you have any last things to share with us?
My YouTube channel, Cardone Entertainment.
Awesome. Well, we're gonna do one quick news story, and then we'll do all the plugs. I think this is a really quick news story that Ellen sent this to me, so I'm gonna play this little theme song real quick, and then we'll get into it. Here we go. Well, this news story, I think Ellen sent this to me. I'm pretty sure he did. The headline reads, "Man fined for farting on cop argues farts are protected forms of expression."
So, I think I did send that to you.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So this took place in Austria. So I guess last June, this dude was fined 500 euros for farting on a police officer. And so this was like a follow-up to that case where this 22-year-old kid went to court to argue that like his fart was technically not like an assault, but it was rather like free speech.
Okay.
So, I'm just cracking up because like this. Imagine the judge just sitting there going like, "Are you fucking serious right now with this shit?" But
my question is, did he put his butt on him and do it, or did he do it from afar?
Well, that's the thing. I went to this. I read the actual original article, and it sounds like he just kind of like, not like put his butt on him, but like just was like really close to them as a joke.
Okay.
And this guy got a ticket. So $600, by the way. Which I would have been like, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a ridiculous court case, but I would have been like, I'm not paying $600 for that shit. So he went in there and was just like, this is bullshit, like, freedom of speech, blah, 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 blah. So the judge was just like, the judge wasn't buying it, but he did show a little mercy, and he only charged him €100. But the guy is like gonna fall on the sword for this because his lawyer was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna appeal this thing. It's a matter of principle for us."
Well, here's what I would say to that guy. First of all, he's not a very smart wizard because I'm a wizard and a carny, and this is what I would have done. You're telling me the story, and I'm like, this is how I would have gotten out of it. If I got that ticket, I would have first of all eaten so many things to make me fart in the court.
Yeah.
So that the whole time I was farting. Wow, this is great. I would have been like, I see?
See, I can't control this.
I mean, I'm just farting all freaking day. Like, what do you want me to do? I have gas. That's what I would have done.
This is natural.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I sent you a video, Dave, that was like a car driving past a cop car and some guy's ass was hanging
I saw that too, yeah. That's why I thought the story was at first. I was like, was that the story? I'm like, no, but this was like hilarious. I love that there's like, it was in two parts. $600.
I mean, if you spit, like if someone's standing in front of you and you go, "Ugh," and you spit in the ground, you're allowed to do that, but it is illegal to spit in certain cities on the ground.
Yeah,
There's some weird like gray laws. But if you went up, pulled your pants down, put your ass on the guy's leg, that I would say is an assault.
Yeah.
Yes.
It didn't
You're doing it near them, like even if you would do like a little bump, like that, so that they knew you were aiming it at them. That's expression.
I think this cop.
Hip check.
I think this cop was like,
this. What if you went up and went
under the armpit? Yeah.
That's an
Armpit
expression.
fart.
I think this cop was just like, I think this cop was like, you know what? That wasn't funny, and now this is happening.
Fought that.
Yeah, I would have looked $600. I would have fought that too. I'm like, this is bullshit.
Well, have you ever seen Ned Flart? Flart.
Oh, that's familiar.
So when I'm done, watch this. It's a guy on. He filmed himself farting every day.
Oh, yeah, we follow him on Instagram.
Yes.
He's great.
He is hilarious.
And then he got fired at work.
Yeah.
Filmed it. The only thing missing from that, again, coming from a wizard showman, he didn't fart when he got fired.
Yeah. He fucked up.
Yeah, and he got fired for like making the compilation video.
You know,
which is like,
yeah,
he was doing his job.
He was, but if I'm the employer and you're like making Instagram videos, yeah,
well, he was
like,
a security guard, right? Like at night.
Yeah. You're recording like what 5 seconds of fart every day for like a year.
It would have been hard for him to win that case. Like in a court of law, I can see them. Dude, I'm on his side. Like, he should be allowed to fart and make YouTube videos. Yeah. That's what I would be doing.
Well, that's what he's doing now.
I can see, yeah, he is. I could see in a court of law, though, him losing. Because, like, he's supposed to be at work. You can tell where he's at, maybe.
No, it was, like, pretty close up to his face.
There was a couple, though. There were a few in there. I think he was, like, in a break room, maybe. Or, like, whatever the case.
I'm saying, like,
clearly the employers were like,
fuck. Why the judge would not favor him. But, dude... Yeah, he's now a fart guy. So good for him.
To me, it was high art.
His facial expressions. His facial expressions were the best.
Yeah.
Oh,
my favorite was that his hair would like grow out and then he'd get a haircut.
Yeah.
And then he'd go back.
Yeah, he was a true genius.
Yeah.
An artist.
I'd like fart humor a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we have a whole fucking show about it.
Yeah.
I know, it's never not funny.
Yeah. I mean, the three of us are in our 40s.
Someone's going to laugh.
Yeah. Not get old.
Well,
it's just...
This has been awesome, and I want to thank you so much, Cardone, for being on our show. You were incredible. Really, really fun.
If you ever need someone to talk about shite, just call me.
Yeah, we will.
So
we will.
I'm one of those guys.
You're our new what do you call it? Correspondent.
Yeah. Come on again.
I can be a shit correspondent. I'm okay with that.
So
what is it called? I'm not into crophagia. Did I say that right?
I don't even know what that is.
People who eat shit?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
We've been trying to get somebody like that on the show, but we've gotten dominatrix who do force consumption, but we have not found somebody who will eat it.
I can't even be near that stuff.
No.
I'm very close to booking a fart sub, which I'm really excited about. I've been working with him for months.
Oh,
meaning he likes to have it happen to him?
He loves eating and farts in his face.
See, I've heard and seen this before, and it's amazing.
Yeah, he keeps teasing me. He's like, I'm ready to come on the show. And I'm like, let's do this. Here's a date. And then there's like radio silence. So I'm like, I got to get him.
You will.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
he sounds like he likes attention, so.
If anybody out there has any questions for Cardone, we could totally have him on the podcast again. Email us the questions at heypoopypodcast@gmail.com or call us on our hotline at
203-998-5579. And Cardone, if you could do us a pleasure, tell us where our your fans, people that listen to the show, where can they find you?
So the two areas that you can check out some fun stuff that I do. YouTube, my channel is Cardone Entertainment, and I have 4 different live shows I do on that channel. I do 3 a week, 3 live shows a week.
Wow.
And I give away free prizes too. Every show, there's in the chat, there's games going on while I'm doing the show, and I give away a prize every Friday.
Oh, awesome.
And then on Instagram, Cardone Magic. That one is my supplement And it's everything from philosophy to occultism to magic tricks to lava lamps to biblical history, biblical dissection. The show has got lots of weird sides to it.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yep.
And we will link all of this in our show notes and on our website, so you can get to it there.
Yeah. So go out and do it.
We'll have Cardone on again, especially if you guys have fabulous questions for him.
Yes. Thanks for laughing and learning everything but.
And happy pooping, everybody, and enjoy your butthole.
Hey Poopy Podcast is brought to you by Perfect 4 Entertainment, produced by Dave and Ellen, with executive producer Stormy Leather, edited by me, Dave.
For more information, go to heypoopypodcast.com for episodes, merch, and more. Follow us on Instagram at Hey Poopy Podcast and Twitter at Hey Poopy. Theme song by Jordan Perlson. Hey Poopy.